Hello. I am recording on my birthday, and I am mildly sick. If I sound different, that's why. My throat is, like, really odd right now. Training time! Star Stable memories. End of intro. Yay! I bought Pixie McCann tickets yesterday. She opened for Erin LeCount in December, and that's how I found her. I really like her. Her music's quite cool. For my birthday, in case anyone's wondering, I got a clock with a B on it, because every time I've gone into Sainsbury's and we've passed the clocks, I've pointed it out to my grandma and I've gone, oh, I really like that clock. And so she got me the B clock. I like the B clock. I need to find a space for it on my wall. I also got some white mascara, but I don't know if it's going to work. I still need to try it out. And I also got some silvery, glittery eyeliner. The rest of my stuff is just like money, which is what I asked for. The first line is, people who know me will know it's me based on this story. I'd like to start by saying I didn't do wild roleplays seriously, was always there for giggles and to watch other people. Also that this isn't necessarily weird, it's just funny to them. My brain's not quite with it. I can't race and read at the same time. So we're gonna pretend that I can. So one time, like 2 years ago-ish, I saw someone advertise a wild roleplay as people do. And I was bored, so obviously had to join in on the fun. Anyways, I didn't know any terms for roleplay or whatever people use in advertising, but when I got to the roleplay in Valedale, we got put into pairs, which I didn't really bat an eye at because I guess it's easier to roleplay in pairs. Whatever. Well then the leader says in chat, wild roam start. I knew it was a roam when I joined, but I honestly thought roam meant that you roam around the map, so you can imagine my confusion when we stayed in one spot in Valedale while simultaneously getting seduced by some Dutch-born blood. I only wanted to go for entertainment and left scared of wild roleplays. Back in the day, like 2020 to about 2022-ish, I used to be an avid role player, and I take no shame in that. I like making stories. And I think I had the same experience. I had no clue that roam meant romance. I also took it quite literally to be just looking around the map. And when I did learn what roam was, I then thought that RRP meant roam roleplay, just like shortened. For those who have no clue what a roam roleplay is, it's a romance roleplay. So anytime I saw a realistic roleplay, RRP, being advertised, I thought it was a roam roleplay and avoided them. The next submission, I have an idea of who it might be from, but not like, oh, I think it's this person, or this person. It's just because of law of... what's the word? Law of deduction. My game just visibly lagged when I entered this place. Good lord. This is a very short submission, but it is... when I joined Saturn Mains, is one of this person's, like, favourite memories. To which I say, I freaking love Saturn Mains. While we're on about Saturn Mains, one of my favourite memories is when I joined SM, knowing that, oh, there's a bit of controversy around some people in it who own it, whatnot. I was like, right, I've wanted to join this club since I was 12. So I'm gonna join and give them a week for me to decide whether I like them or not, whether they're chill or not. Because I'm UK based. I could always just leave and never show my face again on North America if it went bad. And on that first day, I joined the call that everyone was hanging out on. Oh, where am I supposed to go? Guys, I'm lost. I joined the call that everyone was on my first day, and I'd read some of Puff, the owner's messages, and I was like, shit, she's dry. She's gonna be so mean and scary to me. We were in Star Stable, and my Reshade, when you zoom in on people's faces, it makes them like wrinkly and ugly. And so we were just taking ugly pictures of each other. And me giving them a week for me to clock them turned into less than an hour. Hashtag I love satin mains, guys. Why am I getting pings? This next one is quite long, so I'm just gonna wait until I can figure out what I'm getting pings from. Fuck! Who's calling me? You probably can't hear because I've got my music and just anything apart from my mic and Star Stable muted. But someone's been pinging me and calling me. I don't know who it is. In my old club, me and my 3 other friends always got muted during events. And the owner was just... Oh, I missed a checkpoint. Everyone can't race, guys. I love this race. I love Bruce. And the owner was just straight up saying, you guys are annoying. She didn't mute anyone else, by the way, and let them freely talk. When I asked why we are getting muted every event, she only said, because you guys talk too much during dressage. Mind you, we always let her talk, and no one else was muted or told to shut up. When we got muted again, she even put us on the ignore list as they took club photos so that we couldn't be in the pictures. And once we left the call, because we were tired of being treated like shit, and one of the members told us when we left the call, the owner was saying stuff like, thank God they left, and that we were annoying. It's a weird switch since my friends and I were friends with the owner, or we thought we were. We left maybe 2 weeks later. A club is supposed to be joyous and fun. It's not supposed to be like horrible there. Not joyous, you know? From an owner perspective, if someone annoyed me, I would remove them because it's not fair on me to have to put up with someone, and it's not fair on them to have to be excluded or hated on just because I find them annoying. That's something I definitely should have done in my old team. But just like, it's the mature owner thing to do to not let anyone get treated unfairly. If you're a member, know your rights. If you're an owner, don't be a twat. Mutual respect. When I first started, age 7 or 8, I started in the mobile horses app where you had to train horses and level them up. When I realized I had to pay for it to get into the actual game, I literally cried. Because of how I got into Star Stable, I didn't know there was mobile apps until months after I started playing. One time my club a few years ago was invited to a Christmas hunt or something in the Christmas village, and we all thought it was kind of boring, so our entire club hid in the very far corner of the village until it was over. We went around and took pictures and stuff to waste time, and it was great. When I was at ClubCon UK a few years back with the club I was in at the time, it was the hide and seek game, I think. I wasn't logged in because I don't like ClubCon necessarily. I find it really disengaging mentally. And also, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with American people, North American people. I wouldn't be in an American club if I had an issue with them. But just generally, you find that North American hosts don't blend too well with a UK crowd. Like, we aren't entertained by them, if that's the goal. And that's just because of differences in typical personalities. I find North American people are really, like, they're really friendly. And that doesn't work well all the time with British people. I don't think I'm the first to say it, but we can definitely be quite hostile at times. Or quite closed off. I think that's a better way to describe it. It just wasn't great. And so I was on the call with the rest of my club at the time. They were all in game, I wasn't. And it was the hide and seek game. And they managed to find a way. Hold on, I'm gonna run over. They managed to find a way to bug it into Conrad's hut. And so they just spent the entire game hiding out in that building so that nobody could find them. I just thought that was quite funny, to be honest. You know what I need to do? I need to sit down and, what's the word? What's the word but the word on the internet, girl? I need to sit down and sort my audio out for videos. Because right now I'm having to manually cut all the music. Because I haven't done that yet. And if I just did it, then it would be so much easier. I'm putting this in a video so that everyone can bully me into sourcing my music out. The first line in this submission is, "Hi everyone, it's one of your biggest fans here." I think there's 7 or 8 people that have said to me that they are my biggest fan. Hashtag I love all my friends. I've said that when we get to 10 people who claim to be my biggest fan, I'm gonna have everyone do like a Hunger Games in the Riverwalker server. And whoever wins gets the title of everyone's biggest fan. You know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna do the race. I'd like to share with you my love for SSO parkour. I kind of feel like it's a lost art and people don't do it much anymore. I've always wanted to do like climbing sessions in Star Stable where you climb up all the mountains. But like I said earlier, I'm so paranoid of being banned. On a serious note, I love watching people climb and I like seeing what is behind all the areas. I just don't do it myself. Honorary mention of Old Steve's where everyone would climb that one wall next to the trailer. I want to say I remember that. And then like people would also jump on top of the trailer and the trailer car. I used to love doing that. I'm pretty sure I have a picture somewhere of me on one of my Belgian warmbloods that I named Gary Barlow. Unironically, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. I have a photo of me and Gary Barlow stood at a weird angle on top of a trailer. Now for a prior roleplay experience, I'd also like to share the one time that I joined a Star Stable breeding roleplay. I'm so shocked by that I missed a checkpoint. Hello? While I was in Frost Valley a few years back. Oh, this narrows it down. This is one of Sass and Main's. While I was on Frost Valley a few years back, there was one person on the server advertising for wild breeding roleplays, generally only looking for one person to join her. Me and my friend saw her advertisements in globals from time to time, but one day we decided to join her role together as a joke, of course. Curiosity got the best of us, and mess around. Oh, I did the same thing! Well, not the same thing, it's not the same checkpoint, but... If I mess this up one more time, I'm quitting, by the way. Before we even got into anything, she established that we, me and my friend, were both stallions that would meet her character and immediately fall in love with her and pine over her horse. In quotation marks, by the way. She added that she was going to be, quotation mark, wild mare in heat, end quotation, and included that we could smell her. Scariest part for me was how young she seemed. Prior to joining the roleplay, me and my friend said we were only joining to turn into gay stallions and end up together, which is exactly what we did. A quick ad to say Happy Pride Month, and Happy Pride Month to Everin and only Everin, of course. But for those who want context, there's a joke in Sass and Main's Happy Pride to me and only me. Anyway, I think she eventually got chat banned or something from people reporting her. Unfortunately, she was not the last person to do it on the server, but it was truly an experience and I wish to never go through it again. The last couple of submissions are from another person that I know. First submission was when I was about 11 or something. I was walking through Silverglade Village and I opened chat. Oh, fire! Hello? And I opened chat to see someone saying, I just saw the stupidest club name ever, and then other people laughing about it. It was a club me and my friends had made, and it was called Heroic Babies. I disbanded it straight away out of sadness and embarrassment. RIP Heroic Babies 2016 to 2018. Such a fire name. The second one was also around a similar time, but I was doing a wild horse roleplay. Don't judge, I was 11. And this one person added in her character info that she was in heat. Literally zero reason to include it, and little child me was like, okay, because I didn't have a clue what that meant. What is it with small kids doing like romance and reading roleplays? Good lord. The end of this submission says, hello everyone's YouTube and bye bye stream the Strokes. Everyone say hi to everyone's friend. I have a lot of footage to put down, so I don't know how long this video will be. Cringy YouTuber stuff time. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more, please like, subscribe, leave comments. I love reading comments. Hashtag I love you all. I will see you all next week. After this, I'm not filming for 2 weeks actually, because I'm doing an update video. Not for the day that this comes out, but for the week after. So I'm not filming for ages. But I will see you all next week. Much love. Goodbye.